Pretty cool. So I was doing my usual stock market research the other day, and I stumbled upon 10 tech stocks that are massively undervalued. They all currently cost less than $10 a share and are trading at a mega discount to their all-time highs. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting videos regularly about my stock market research that includes high growth, high yield, and unconventional ways to make money in the stock market. I do also need to clarify that this is not financial advice. I'm going to be showing you what I found through my research, and you need to do your own research as well before you buy any stocks. So I buy stocks every week, and the other day I had money in my brokerage account ready to buy something new. But I like to buy stocks in nice groups of round numbers, so think like 25, 50, 100 shares at a time. So I had $1,000 in cash sitting in my account, and I wanted to buy 100 shares. So I knew it had to be less than $10 a share. So I just started putting some filters on my Fidelity account to try and see which stocks were available. But when you start to get into cheaper stocks like this, less than $10 a share, you run into a lot of companies that you've probably never heard of and you have no idea what they even do. I personally don't like to buy stocks like that. I like to at least be able to understand the company's business model and how they make money. So to add another filter to get rid of like some of these penny stocks or a lot of the other stuff that I never heard of, I set another filter that the market cap, which is the number of shares times the price per share, had to be at least $1 billion. So this weeded out a lot of the smaller companies and left us with like some bigger name companies that just happen to have a low share price. I also set a little bit more filter, so I wanted to make sure I was buying common stock and not a REIT, a real estate investment trust, or a depository receipt. And doing this actually brought me down to only 15 stocks. I was honestly surprised. But when I was scrolling through these 15 stocks, I was also surprised at some of the names that I saw here. There were some big name technology stocks that I did not expect to find. A lot of these stocks at their all-time high were 6, 7, 8 times the price that they are now. But I think that the fundamentals for them are strong, so that's why I'm gonna show them to you now. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Here are 4 tech stocks that are currently massively undervalued and trading at less than $10 a share. All right, number 4, Palantir. I don't really know how to say it, but the ticker symbol is PLTR. So Palantir is a software development company that specializes in big data analytics. And unless you're a data scientist that works for a bank or a hedge fund, you've probably never used any of their products. But let's take a deep dive into some of their metrics. So the ticker symbol is PLTR. The price is right around $7 a share. It is optionable, so I like to sell call options against my shares. That's part of the reason why I'm buying 100. The PE ratio is 0, so this company is currently not profitable. The market cap is $14.7 billion. It's a decently sized company. The dividend is $0, so they don't pay a dividend. And the all-time high is $45. So this is a high growth stock that you buy hoping they land some big government or corporate contract that will hopefully then boost the stock price. The stock definitely got hammered last year, but I think it still has a lot of potential. All right, number 3, Robinhood, the ticker symbol HOOD, H-O-O-D. All right, Robinhood, as I'm sure most of you watching this video already know, is a stock and crypto trading app used by retail investors. It really blew up in popularity during the GameStop short sleeve that happened in like 2019, 2020, I can't exactly remember. But so the Robinhood traders on Wall Street Bets, the subreddit, used to use Robinhood to buy GameStop call options or put options and try to become millionaires. It IPO'd in July 2021, so it's just over a year old, and it's kind of been sporadic then in the stock price. But let's take a deep dive into some of the metrics. So the ticker symbol is HOOD, H-O-O-D. The price is right around $9.30 a share. It is optionable, so you can sell call options against it if you want to, if you buy 100 shares. The PE ratio is 0, so it is not a profitable company. I'm starting to see a trend here. The market cap is $8.2 billion. The dividend is 0, so this stock also does not pay a dividend, which is kind of common for tech stocks. Most of them don't pay a dividend. The all-time high is $85, so this one really blew up. It was only there for a moment. What I like about Robinhood is that it still has a massive user base. I mean, the UI UX of the application is great. I mean, it's hard to find another trading app that is as easy to use as Robinhood is on your phone. I was really expecting this stock to have a valuation of higher than $8 billion, so that's why I think it's undervalued. All right, number 2, Snapchat with the ticker symbol SNAP, S-N-A-P. Right, so Snapchat is a social media application. Everyone's heard of it. It's still used like crazy by Gen Z. If you don't personally know a Gen Zer, like my younger brother, he's 17 and he uses Snapchat every single day, and all of his friends use Snapchat every single day. So it's still wildly popular. Let's take a deep dive into some of their metrics. All right, the ticker symbol is SNAP, S-N-A-P. The price is $9.45. It is optionable, yes, right? So we have the ability to sell call options on it if we want to. The PE ratio is 0. So this is also another non-profitable company. Not a non-profit, it's not profitable. The market cap is $15.2 billion. The dividend is $0. So another tech stock with no dividend. The all-time high is $83, so right next to Robinhood's all-time high of $85. Snapchat could be a great growth stock to buy if you have the patience to hold it through the potential ups and downs that you're more than likely going to see. A lot of people already thought this stock was dead a few years ago, and it made a complete comeback, so it's definitely possible that it happens again. All right, my number 1 massively undervalued tech stock that is currently trading under $10 is Sirius XM, or Siri, S-I-R-I. Sirius XM offers radio subscription services for music, news, comedy, weather. I mean, they have pretty much anything you could ever want to listen to on the radio. All right, let's take a deep dive into some of their metrics. The ticker symbol is Siri, so S-I-R-I. The price is just above $6. It is optionable, so this also meets our criteria for selling covered calls. The PE ratio is 21. Wow, it's not 0. So we have a profitable company here. Does somebody have a bell we can ring? The market cap is $23.7 billion. The dividend is 1.57%. Wow, a tech stock with a dividend. The all-time high is $68, but that was back in 2000 before the previous .com bubble burst. So some people might disagree with me that this is even a tech stock, but I think it falls into that category, right? I mean, it's definitely technology, but it's not like a Snapchat or Robinhood, an app that you download on your phone. But what I do like about Siri is that it is profitable and it pays a dividend. I mean, that is something really hard to find in tech stocks. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on 4 massively undervalued tech stocks that are currently trading under $10. I mean, these are definitely riskier investments, but if you're patient and willing to buy and hold these stocks and you aren't in a hurry to sell, then it could really pay off. They're all also optionable, so you can sell covered calls against your holdings if you have at least 100 shares. By selling covered calls, you can either think of it like your stocks start making income and pay dividends when they don't, or you can lower your cost basis of that stock. Thanks everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel at Good Money Club.